Hello, I'm Hélène Billier. I'm a business coach. Today I would like to deal with the successful managers who are usually the first victims of the burnout. So before I start, maybe I'd like to go back to the idea and the definition maybe of burnout. What is really important to understand is that there are main reasons for the burnout. Usually, when you are a victim of burnout is because you have had a lot of tasks, a very important task, and you have to reach very good results. You may think that your work is not enough. So you want it to be very perfect. It can happen that you have a job that doesn't correspond to you, but usually you have a high expectations about your own job, about your task, and the actions you make, and the results you are supposed to reach. So for some of you, you may also feel not awarded by the company himself. And of course, if there are some failures amongst the other colleagues or in the project, you may feel responsible for the failures. So to sum up, we quite understand that the manager can be the first person who can be the victim of this burnout. Why? Because the manager is a person who manages a team. And there are high expectations about his work and the way he manages the team. Usually, he may feel very involved in his mission, so he tends to overdo many things. He doesn't take time to rest. And of course, he doesn't want to show his own weaknesses and doubts that can happen. I mean, it's completely normal for a manager to have some doubts because he has to show that he is the one to motivate the team. He is the one to show that everything is all right and that they are going to be successful. There is another problem, and here I am rather think of the women who are managers. A lot of them, especially in France, they are underpaid, even compared to the managers who are men. So they are not really awarded, and it's also the case for an entrepreneur who has launched his business, who has opened his business, and we know that because of the high taxes in France, he will have to wait for a few months, and sometimes even 1, 2, or even 3 years before he can have salaries. So it's a real problem. And sometimes he's not awarded by his company. And of course, he will feel responsible for all of the failures of a company. So the manager, to sum up or to say it in other words, the manager is really everywhere. And there are many expectations about the manager. And the other thing is that the manager tends to have some sort of auto-suggestions in this way of, this positive thinking, because he has to show that he's the best, that he's not weak, etc. So he has to think he's the best, that everything is all right, even if he's a bit tired, it's not a problem, it's going to be okay, I love my job, anyway, I'm the only one to manage the team, they trust me, so I have to show them that we're going to be successful, I have to pay them before I pay myself, so it's okay, it will go, and all those thinking, this positive thinking contribute to the fact that the manager can rest and that he shouldn't have any doubts, which is quite difficult because the manager has to face humans who are part of his team, which means that by definition the humans can change, they have to adapt, etc., etc. So the manager should be helped. He should be helped by the company, and he should be helped maybe by the human resources department, because he's a human like anybody. And the fact that he's denying that himself or herself is changing, that he can be doubtful, that he can have some weaknesses, etc., is something totally normal, and it can be a problem for a manager, and that's why a lot of managers can be the first victims of burnout. So it was Hélène Billier. If you want to contact me, don't hesitate, and contact me through my LinkedIn profile if you want. See you soon. Bye bye.